Hi everyone, welcome to the Autoimmune Dietitian YouTube channel. My name is Annie Rubin. I am a registered dietitian and I mainly work with clients struggling with a host of symptoms from underlying inflammatory and autoimmune conditions. So I like to use a personalized nutrition roadmap with my clients to help them improve their lives, get their energy back, reduce their pain, and just feel like themselves again. So today we are talking about spring cleaning. It is April if you're watching this recently, and April to me is spring cleaning month. Whether or not you are in an autoimmune friendly diet or not, it's probably time to clean out your pantry and swap out some old stuff with some new stuff. And I love using this month as an excuse to purge all of the excess stuff from my life and start off with a clean slate for spring. And whether or not you're watching this in April or another month, remember, it's always good to spring clean or clean out your pantries every quarter or so. So it doesn't have to be April to do this. You can do this now. So today I'm giving you my tried and true spring cleaning process and a few of my favorite products for springtime. So how do you do a pantry clean out? A pantry clean out is, again, something you should try to do at least every quarter. Life gets in the way for most people, and this becomes more of an annual or biannual thing. It is important to clean out your pantry because it can protect your non-perishables from insect invasion, and it can help you to remember to use up items that have an expiration date before they expire, so you're not throwing away your money. It also allows you to reorganize so you have the most used items near the front. So to start, you need to remove everything from the shelves. If you don't have anywhere to put your items, like on a countertop, bring a bag or a box or two over to your cabinet or shelf and place all of the items in those boxes and bags. And while you're doing this, try to place similar items together so it will be easier for you to organize when you are done cleaning. Because I don't know about you, but once I finish cleaning, I'm pretty tired and I just want to throw everything back on the shelves. So doing a little organization beforehand can really help. So now it's time to clean. Use a vacuum to suck up all those crumbs, and then use either like a general household cleaner to wipe down your shelves or walls, or, something a little bit stronger if you prefer. So if there is any mold anywhere in your pantry, you will need to be extra careful. There are definitely really safe ways to remove mold from shelves. So I would either Google that, or if you go to my blog and you search for pantry clean out, this kind of topic will pop up, and I have a link to an article that will help you remove mold. So once you've cleaned the shelves, you want to allow the shelves to air dry before restocking your pantry because, again, you don't want to encourage mold growth. And now it's time to organize and purge. So hopefully you've already sorted your pantry items by category. Now I want you to go through each food category and check the expiration date. Toss out any items that have expired. Also look for damaged, stale foods or foods that have been attacked by insects, and you want to throw all of those out as well. Lastly, I want you to check the ingredients. If you are shifting more towards an anti-inflammatory diet, you want to start avoiding foods with a lot of added sugars. A lot of processed oils, flavors, colors, chemicals. Basically, if you can't pronounce it or you don't know what it is and it doesn't look like a vitamin or a mineral, you probably don't want to eat it. So now is the time to toss out those items and replace them with cleaner alternatives, which I'll talk about in a minute. So as you restock your pantry shelves, you want to wipe down any sticky food containers, things like honey or, oils get kind of icky, or balsamic vinegar can get kind of sticky. You want to make sure that all the containers are clean. And then you want to arrange your pantry by food type and place the most used items near the front. So if you have open bags, consider investing in silicone or glass containers that are sealable. Place the longest expiration date items near the back of the pantry and the shorter expiration items near the front. Okay, so how do you make your own cleaner? Because I mentioned, use a general all-purpose household cleaner. There's lots there out on the market, but it's really kind of important to, consider your alternatives and maybe start making your own cleaner. A, you'll save money. B, you'll save the environment. And C, you have control over what you're putting in it. So I started making my own cleaner about a year ago when I got really tired of trying to find the best clean all-purpose spray. And I was hating how many plastic spray bottles I was using. So here are a couple options for making your own household cleaner. And before you do that, you need to make sure that you have something to put it in. So I invested in glass spray bottles. You can get them on Amazon. There's lots of different options. I have a couple of different varieties. One is clear and it has like a rubber, like silicone bottom. And then the other one is more of like an amber dark color in the glass. And it's just plain. So you can do whatever you want. So the easiest kind of go-to cleaner is just simply vinegar and water. So you mix a half a cup of distilled vinegar with 2 cups of water. And you can add a squeeze of lemon or a few drops of essential oil for scent if you prefer. And then if you again, you can use this pretty much on everything, except you don't want to use vinegar on tile, grout, or anything that has wood on it because it can cause damage. The slightly stronger option is to use borax. So borax is like baking soda, but a little bit more alkaline. So it works really nicely on stains, especially if you have stains in like the shower or your bathroom, especially on like toilet seats or toilets. This is a great option for that. So you want to mix this right before you use it. So again, this is something that you kind of use on occasion. And you take 1/4 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of borax, and you mix that all together. You apply it to the stained area. You let it sit for 5 minutes and then wipe away. And then lastly, for a more disinfectant level spray, so trying to get rid of like viruses and germs, vinegar does about 80 to 90%. It kills 80 to 90% of germs and bacteria. But if you want something a little bit stronger, you want to use hydrogen peroxide. So diluted hydrogen peroxide is generally safe, and it carries an A rating from the Environmental Working Group. So you mix a half a cup of hydrogen peroxide with 1 cup of water, and you can also mix, again, either 2 tablespoons of lemon juice or a few drops of lemon essential oil. And then there you have your own disinfecting spray. Okay, so like I said, if you are cleaning out your pantry and trying to make, cleaner swaps to lean more into the anti-inflammatory lifestyle, here are a few of my favorite things to keep in my pantry. So one thing that you want to get rid of are chips, or those highly processed veggie chips. They have lots of processed oils that are very high in omega-6s and can be inflammatory. So my favorite swap for those are clean veggie chips. And this is the brand. These are the ones that I love. It's by Rhythm Foods. And again, I'm not paid for endorsing any of these products. These are honestly just my opinion and my favorite products that I use on a day-to-day basis. So my 2 favorites are the beet chips and carrots. And they're literally just organic beets and organic carrots. There's nothing else added to them. They do have a variety that has some sea salt in it. They do make some kale chips. They have some cheesy options. So they have a lot more than this, but these are the 2 that I tend to go for. And I love dipping these in, hummus if you eat hummus, or guacamole. They're just a great, nice, crunchy snack to have on hand. The second one that I love is beef jerky. Beef jerky is a great snack, especially for travel. High in protein, keeps you full for a long period of time, so you get hungry in between meals. That's always my go-to. But beef jerky can have a lot of additives and a bunch of chemicals in it. So I have recently switched to chomps. These are beef sticks, and they come in this size and also a size that's about half of this. These are grass-fed and grass-finished, which is really important for any sort of meat choices that you're making, because you want to make sure that it is not, grain-fed. With the grass-fed pasture-raised cows, they have a better omega-3 fatty acid profile and just a better nutrition profile. So these are great for snacking on, and they come in a variety of different flavors. And this is the original beef stick in mild, because spicy makes me flare. The next one is canned salmon. So tuna was my go-to for years. It was my kind of quick protein fix on salads. I love tuna. However, I developed a mercury toxicity, so I can't have tuna anymore. So this is my next favorite choice. I love salmon because, again, really high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is great for inflammation. This is wild-caught salmon. It's packed in water. It's boneless, skinless, and I think it's a great alternative, and it kind of, to me, just tastes like tuna. So I use this on salads, and you can also make like a salmon salad, mix it with some avocado, or if you eat yogurt, you could do that, but this is a great alternative to tuna. And then lastly, cereal. Cereal's a big one. I grew up on cereal. I love it. It's kind of like a treat for me. And my kids like cereal too, but I really struggle with cereals because there's so much added sugar in them. If you've looked at the labels, it is like mind-boggling how just loaded they are with sugar. So my husband and I did a lot of research at the supermarket, and again, my kids are picky, so we had to try to find a cereal that they would eat as well. And we came across 3 Wishes. So there are several grain alternative cereals out there. This is my favorite because it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. It literally contains chickpea, tapioca, pea protein, organic cane sugar, natural flavors, and monk fruit. Again, not a huge fan of natural flavors, but there's only 3 grams of added sugar, which is probably the lowest I've seen among all cereal brands. And there's 8 grams of protein, which is huge for a cereal. So this comes in a few different flavors. Right now we're enjoying the honey variety. My son also really likes the mixed berry one. So that is a great alternative for cereal. So thank you for joining me today. Just to recap, we focused on spring cleaning, how to clean your pantry, how to restock and organize, how to make cleaners, and then what are some of my favorite products for spring that you can swap out for ones that aren't as clean. So if you need more help making these swaps or making these changes or switching to an anti-inflammatory eating pattern, I would love to chat with you. Please go to my website, annierubin.com, click on contact, and you can book a free call with me to learn about my approach and how I work with clients. And I have lots of free materials on my website. And if you like the video, please hit the little subscribe button. I put these out about every week. Just another discussion around autoimmune diseases, inflammation, diet, lifestyle, what you can do to make yourself feel better. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week.